That was why. Because she let it into the house. Then wonders why, oh my God, why are we sneezing? Well, you just let all the allergens in, okay? But anyways, now we're going to connect the pattern. Okay, so let's look at what we actually have. Contamination is introduced, it can be aerosolized, it settles, it's redistributed through the airflow system, the HVAC, and then it repeats over and over again. So, now, we do not have any medical professionals in the room, but anyways, it does sound familiar. I mean, common sense. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is just, because these are the same principles, reservoir, transmitted pathways, and environmental persistence, because what they mean by environmental persistence is it's over and over again. It does not stop just because we wish it away, okay? The only difference is we are now talking about them outside of a clinical setting, all this whole situation, because it doesn't just exist in hospitals. Our homes are just as possibility of having contaminants as a hospital. Okay, I'm sorry. Why are we not addressing this? This is what came to mind after years of cleaning. Why are we not taking care of ourselves in the same way the hospital takes care of our environments, the way they take care of theirs? Okay, there has been little bits here and there, like I said, the hand washing, the environmental cleaning, the antibacterial soap, the, you wash your hands, you use Gojo products, whatever that, Purell. I used to clean for the guy, by the way, who owns that company. But anyways, but after you wash your hands and you rinse them off and everything, dry them, then you put the alcohol on, that's the environmental hygiene. That's the extra step that you need to do in your to take care of your environment. That takes care of what you can't see, to just sort of like reduce everything. Now, that's very simple. So the definition of environmental hygiene, which I already gave you the analogy of the hand washing, it is not about replacing cleaning. It's about addressing what cleaning was never designed to take care of. It only does what we can see, but what is moving through the environment, okay, is what the environmental hygiene does. Because moving through the environment, we can't see what's moving through, but we can see dirt on our hands. Okay, that's the difference. So think about it this way. I'm going to do this analogy again for the camera. When you wash your hands with antibacterial soap, which by the way came from healthcare settings, you are removing what you can see and reducing the contamination. But when you follow that with hand sanitizer, like we did a lot of times in COVID, you are taking it one step further, addressing what may still remain, okay? Nobody can get rid of 100% of anything, okay? Because you know why that is? Because as soon as you get it done, you're releasing more, you re-enter bacteria back in when you go in and out of your house, whatever. The difference, however, with this process is why it's good, is because it keeps the levels livable. Okay, if you like the 1.1%, the 99.999, that's gone. But if you're living in 0.1%, then you're safe. You're not going to get sick. You're looking out for yourself and your environment. That's why they do that. Because if they did that, they could sue. Oh, well, wait a minute. I just completely, 100% the germs are gone, and Miss Lulu walks into my restaurant, and then all of a sudden we're recontaminated. Mm-hmm. It's like the boy in the plastic bubble, you know. It's sort of funny. But anyways, after that analogy, but when you follow that with hand sanitizer, like I said, you're taking care of what may still remain. That's how environmental cleaning and environmental hygiene work together, hand in hand, in the hospital. Well, now we're going to do this outside the hospital setting. Okay, one addresses the visible, the other addresses what still remains within the environment, keeping us healthy. Healthier environment, a more hygienic environment. And together they create a healthier environment, just like I said. See, I know my speech better than that. Not only in healthcare settings, but in your home business and facility. Okay? All right, now here's the close. The big close. Okay, before we close tonight, I want you to remember something important. Environmental hygiene isn't about fear. It's about confidence. It's about peace of mind. It's about knowing the environment you live in, work in, or welcome people into is being cared for at a higher level. Okay, so for decades, environmental hygiene practices have been used in the healthcare settings because clean environments matter. And now those same conversations are beginning to move into homes, businesses, and facilities everywhere. And Europe, again, is leading the way. Okay, America has yet to catch up. I'm the only one talking about this, okay, quite frankly. That's why I'm here. Not to alarm people, not to sell fear, but to help people become more aware of the environments they spend their lives in every single day. Because your home is more than a house, your business is more than a building, and your facility is more than square footage, okay? These environments affect comfort, confidence, presentation, wellness, and quality of life, and sometimes all it takes is a professional outside perspective to help identify opportunities to improve the environment around you. That's why tonight I'm offering complimentary assessments, environmental assessments. Now, had we had some business people here, they would probably sign up on that nice little sheet there. And there's like no pressure or obligation, just an opportunity to have a conversation about your environment, your concerns, possible solutions that may help support a cleaner, healthier, more confidently maintained space. So if this connected with you, if it made you think differently about the environments around you, or if you simply want to learn more about the environmental hygiene and how it can look in your home's business or facility, I invite you to sign up before you leave. And I thank you for being here. That's it. I'm just, I just want to educate people because, like I said, I tried it the other way, talking about this to them, and they're like, "What?"
No, I think it was very comprehensive. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that you did. What did you think?
It was good.
I mean, I